Hi, I'm home safely, and I just wanted to thank everyone who reached out. Honestly, it's still quite raw, and I'm still processing things, replaying the images of the armed settlers who detained us and the 4 IDF soldiers who helped them blockade our van. It was quite scary. But, I also have just been thinking about all the Palestinians I met and their stories. They don't have the platform I do. And I was just so emotionally moved as a human being, not as a politician, just as a person hearing those stories. There was a father who broke down in tears talking about how his 14-year-old son, an American citizen, was killed by the IDF. And he talked about how he hasn't changed his son's room because of the grief he feels. I met Palestinian families who did not have enough water to flush the toilet or to wash their clothes, while Israeli settlers had 4 times the water. I talked to a school principal who described the scene of a school shooting, something we're familiar with here in the United States. And he said that even as one of his students was killed, he does not know if there has been any investigation into the school shooter. The police, the IDF have never talked to him. He has had no justice. I talked to street owners and shop owners in Hebron who said that settlers from the top would urinate down on them, would throw acid at them, would throw rotten vegetables at them. I saw checkpoints where you had 2 different license plates. One license plate if you were an Israeli settler, another license plate if you were Palestinian. And I talked to a Palestinian man, Palestinian American, who was at that checkpoint a couple days ago, and he was beaten because he did not speak Hebrew. And he said, he's been away from Palestine for years, and he didn't speak Hebrew, and the guards beat him and took his money. It doesn't really matter what your ideology is. What is happening in the West Bank is just inhumane. No human being would tolerate it. That's what I want to try to get across. It's like the Jim Crow South. We need to stand up for human dignity. We need to tell the stories of what's happening to Palestinians and Palestinian Americans in the West Bank. It's just wrong. And I intend to try to give them a voice and try to tell those stories in the days and weeks ahead.